Hello and welcome back to the Brocraft server, episode 2 here. If you missed episode 1, you can go back and watch that. We haven't had too much of a traditional start to this series, as my brother and I that are playing on this server, we are pretty established. As you can see, we got full netherite gear, and we already got a lot of the early game stuff set up, but that just means we get to build some more of the extreme stuff, and we are early on in building our basics, our bases, and so with that said, that's kind of what today's episode is going to be. We're going to start to look at the plans for my base. I got a pretty good chunk of it started already, but more to come on with that. So we're just going to throw on the rest of our gear here because I am afraid of dying. We died a lot in the beginning of our series, of our seed here, of our world, and that was due to we were just on an island. This is our spawn island if you haven't seen yet, and it was very dangerous. It was all forest, and we just died because we had a severe food problem. But once we were up and running, it was pretty good. Yeah, we are pretty well established right now, and lots of stuff going on this spawn island so far. If you want to check that out, that was showed that around in the first episode. We are going to be coming back to this in the future because I want to make this a nicer place. But right now, we're going to head over to our little base here. So here we got our nether tunnel, and I had a pretty good idea of what I want to do with my base from the beginning, and it actually worked out really well because of the seed that we were on. If I remember, I'll put the seed number in the description, but how our seed is, it's a bunch of islands. So that's a little sneak preview, so maybe we'll save that map for a second. Hopefully you guys didn't see too much of that. But here we have our little van. So if you didn't notice or didn't recognize, we are Sly Cooper, the Thievius Raccoonus. If you ever played those games back on the original, I think PS2 they originally came out for, and they were remastered later on, but amazing games, always loved them. But that is who I am, so that is what this van is also designed around. I just kind of came up with this design on my own, but it is the Sly Cooper van here. So got a lot of blue. This is just all concrete, a little antenna there, some lights and wheels. So just kind of came up with this on my own because I wanted. Ooh, don't peek at that yet. We're gonna see that in a second off in the distance. But yeah, I wanted a nice little portable base here just to kind of throw all of my junk in as we set up our bigger part of the base, more exciting part. And it was nice because this portal fit here perfectly, and these redstone blocks actually power these doors, so we got the back already open. So that was just a little design I came up with because I just kind of wanted it as our temporary base as we slowly move everything to our larger base. And that larger base, if you can see through the jungle, is a volcano. So this is a custom volcano that I'm still in the middle of building. It's not even complete, even though it kind of looks complete from this angle. Spoiler alert, it's like 75% finished. We'll take a quick fly around. So this is another giant island here on our world, and our spawn was in the middle of an ocean surrounded by islands. So my brother's base is, I think that's west. Yes, pretty much directly west of us on a larger island. So yeah, we just each kind of claimed an island so far, and we'll probably spread out maybe to other islands, see where this world leads us. I think there's a lot of fun stuff we can do. But as you can see, this is not a natural jungle. This was a plains, but I am slowly turning it into a jungle, chopping down trees, getting more saplings. And over here you can see a big hole in the volcano. So this is what I still have to finish. I just have been not determined to finish this quarter of it yet. And actually, it's really going to have to come out further. I'm going to have to terraform around the edge. I'm not too worried about terraforming around the edge. I think that should be kind of pretty natural, and we'll be able to do that. The hard part is placing all these stone up to basalt, up to black stone. So that's the kind of the gradient I use, getting a little darker as we're up higher. Probably will eventually mix in like some cobblestone, because I know this looks a little like one texture here. So probably we'll mix in half slabs, maybe some cobblestone, maybe some moss further out in the jungle. But yeah, so still gotta finish this quarter of it. But yeah, our base here is an interesting way to get in. The idea is it might only be elytra accessible right now, and that is something I think I'm planning on changing in the future. I'll probably build at least 1 or 2 actual paths sort of to kind of get up here. Then the idea is you got to jump over the lava into the pit, and we'll probably make that a little safer there. I was messing with some redstone and tripwires up there. Not sure if I'm gonna make that work out or whatnot, but this is the interior of our base. So we just got a giant circle here. Still working on the floor. Still gotta get some more glazed terracotta there. Yeah, this just kind of came to me as I was building. I knew I kind of wanted inside a volcano as our base, and gonna add like kind of I think lots of lava. It might be a little bit dangerous. Lots of magma blocks, some lava flowing around. It'll certainly be interesting. Oh, let's sleep here. It's not always the safest. Skeletons and zombies particularly like to find their way in here. So once I got started laying out this room, oh, let's kill this guy first. Dead zombie. So once I got this laid out here, this kind of area, I was figuring out, okay, how do I actually want to lay out different farms in my base? How, where do I want to actually place stuff? It was kind of planning on the go, but what I ended up deciding on, this back wall, all storage. This is 2 different storage systems and kind of combined into one. I think the bottom part was designed after Mysticraft. I will have to link the tutorial in the video, but it's very basic. So this bottom input chest here filters all of the bottom double chests, and the thing is that they're not fully sorted. This is one of these sorting systems where you have to assign a block to each slot in it, which I have not gone and done yet. I still need to get a little more kind of organized in that sense. But yeah, you can see some of these chests are still empty, so I need to fill up all these chests. And then this input chest, I'll show you here how that sorts it. Input chest leads down to a hopper into, that's a dropper. It's nice because it uses all droppers, no dispensers, which is pretty convenient. And then that dropper into a comparator and some repeaters and redstone leads it into one dropper on top of that, pointing into hoppers, and these hoppers are pointed into each of the backs of the chest. So this is a really easy repeating pattern. So it's hoppers on the left side of the chest, dropper pointing up into this dropper, pointing that direction, and you just basically tile it up and down, kind of zigzagging. The only thing that I think saw in here, sometimes you can just have 1, 2 items stuck in there, but those will eventually get pushed along to the right chest. So we can take that out for now. Yeah, super easy repeating pattern going all the way down, and then any excess should go into this chest, is where the excess will be. And then for the top half, this is my bulk storage, so I have them all labeled here. I think most of the common blocks that I'm gonna have a big supply of, and this is your pretty standard item sorting system. Oops. If I can place these scaffolding. Wow. There we go. If we climb up here, so you have a line of hoppers. These hoppers are actually the hoppers below them are locked with a redstone torch into this block that the comparators are sitting on, and then you just have your filter blocks, and then you just put one of whatever bulk item you're sorting. So once one more gravel goes in here, it extends the pulse to unlock that hopper temporarily, and the items will flow down. So it's like 3 double chests per bulk item that I'm sorting, and for right now that's good. I think we're still pretty early game, so not too worried about. I think the only thing that's like actually overflowing right now is the regular stone here. I think we got 3 double chests of that, but everything else we're still, I think, working on the first chest. Yeah, maybe sand. That'll probably get filled up pretty quick too. But the input chest for that here is this double chest, so it's really nice when I'm just digging out a big area underground or whatnot. I can just throw all those bulk items in there, and this is it shoots them. This is a dispenser. Dispenser shoots them into the water stream bubble column with the soul sand down there. Shoots them up, water goes over the hopper and then onto the line. And I can show you here. Let's crawl down here. So I have a comparator going into this piston, pushes the redstone block down here. Oops. Apparently I'm really bad at placing these. Yeah, pushing the redstone block down turns on this line here, which turns off this torch, which when this is always powered, this is always off, but otherwise if that's off, that just is a redstone clock there. So we have there we go. So torch into block into repeater, and then all the way down and around. And then this is the block that's right by the dispenser. Yeah, that's powering the dispenser. So if we throw that back, that might have been on. Nope, that should be on 1 tick. That's fine. So the idea of my base, besides being a volcano, was I wanted to create a bunch of kind of mini farms around the perimeter of it, around this main area. So this main area is going to be storage here, obviously central, kind of easy access to the items that I need for building. This will eventually move, most likely. Maybe it'll move up a little more, I don't know, down or to the side. On this half, though, I think I want to move villagers here, or actually get some new villagers up here, cure them, and have all my villager trading also kind of centrally located, because I really like doing the villager trading. It's pretty powerful, and just kind of have it centrally located that you can get a lot of good items from them. Down this way, I started, you can see the walls here. This is just a giant hallway staircase, I guess you could say, to our little strip mine here. So nothing too fancy, some deep slate, but yeah, pretty simple strip mine down there, and we got a lot of our goodies here. Ooh, still got some diamond ores. We got a fortune. Yeah, nothing too crazy about that. I kept it pretty simple design on there. I'll add the ceiling and then gotta fill in more of the crying obsidian. The crying obsidian, I've been getting all that from the Penguin bartering, because I built a gold farm. Check out the first episode if you didn't see that. Showed off some of the couple nether builds. That's the main nether build I did so far. Pretty easy, simple gold farm there. And then to our left and our right is kind of where things start to get a little more interesting. So don't have the paths or super fleshed out, but I started building some farms, and the idea is I don't need super industrial sized farms right now. That may come later game if we're trying to get like tons of a certain item or really want to ramp up our production. But I figured if I'm going to be building in my base a lot and all these little micro farms are loaded, that should supply me with enough materials for whatever build I may need. So to our right here is pretty simple sheep farm. This is the one I built first. Some zombie died in there too. Oh yes, I got magma blocks here too. This we'll need to get some frostwalker boots. I think I have some in my ender chest, but definitely we'll need those around our base. It'll be a bit of a dangerous base. Oh, this stopped here, didn't it? Oh, we'll send that on there. So idea of this is dispensers behind the sheep, and then observers are right below the dispensers. So when the sheep eats the grass block below them, that updates the observer and sends a quick signal to the dispenser, which then shears the sheep right away. And that should go off here. Oh, it's still unloading a bunch. Okay. Should see this go back. And then we just have this hopper minecart running under all those, picking up items from the sheep. And pretty simple unloader here into the hoppers, and then just one chest for now. And then I've just been manually taking out the wool from here and putting it into all these chests. So as you can see, pretty good start to our wool production. Probably need to make a little better storage system for this. Maybe I'll pump all this wool off to some other storage section, maybe like something like directly to below it to have like sort them all instead of have to manually sort them. And then right across from it we have a pumpkin farm, and this been run for a little bit now. So this is another like really small farm, like super, just kind of repeating patterns of these are observers. So when they see, these are right over the stems, so when they see the stems grow a pumpkin, that updates it, sends a signal, and then pushes all the pistons down around them, breaking the pumpkin that grew onto the block. And then again we have, can I fly under here? Nope. We just have a hopper minecart running around picking them up, going in a circle, and they drop them off here. Yeah, so this design, I forget who this design was. I will find that though and link it in the description again. But very easy to set up. Definitely recommend it, because once we have villagers, we're going to be trading one of these pumpkins for 1 emerald after we cure some farmer villagers. And you can do the same exact thing with melons. Let's sleep. Saw that skeleton staring at me. Okay, and now we slept. Daytime again. Oh yeah, we have our little friend here. We pacified this pillager. So if you didn't know, you can get a pillager in a boat, and if you actually just sit in the boat with them, and they can't actually shoot you, they end up shooting the ground. So it's, you just chilling here for, I don't even know what it is. It's probably maybe like 15-20 minutes if you just did it all at once. And yeah, just let the pillager shoot the ground, and you'll have them pacified. Don't take any damage. So named this guy Iron Man because we're going to use him for an iron farm a little further beneath our base. That'll be hopefully a project or a video soon, because I want to get that set up, because iron is very crucial for a lot of things, and even a small iron farm, if it's just always running, can get you a lot of iron blocks just kind of passively. But we did have one iron farm on the spawn island, and we're doing pretty decent right now. Some raw iron blocks, and yeah, so we're set for a little bit. But once we want to start using a lot more iron blocks, or especially setting up beacons a lot of places, we'll need a consistent flow there. Down here we got another micro farm. So this is sugarcane, if you couldn't tell. But this is a pretty standard, simple design. I don't think I used anyone's specific like tutorial or design or anything. But idea is once the sugarcane grows 2 blocks tall, the observer is going to see that growth, send a redstone signal to all of the pistons that are getting powered from this block and push everything off into the hoppers. And then I just have the hopper line run into some chests down here. So this chest has obviously probably twice as close to twice the amount of this chest, because we have 2 levels here. I was hoping I could fit a second level here, but this part of the build, or of the volcano here, it's a little too close. So not sure if I will actually keep this sugarcane farm here for forever. Maybe I think it's producing enough sugarcane for now. Sugarcane is a nice thing, I think, to have a lot of, especially if we're going through a lot of rockets, but we'll see. This might produce enough for us. If we feel like we're always running short or need more, then we may just build a bigger industrial sized one, or who knows. But for now, it's doing okay. Across the way here, I have a chest started with some basic bee needs. Obviously I have my redstone chest and my ender chest here, or my redstone shulker. So future episode we will be setting up a little mini micro bee farm. I'm thinking like one side here is going to have produce honeycombs, one side here will produce the honey bottles, and as long as it's giving us just a little steady stream, it's always going to be loaded when in our base. So hopefully it should provide us enough honeycombs, honey blocks that we want. So further down, recently dug this out, is just our kind of main hallway here beneath the base. So still have to do a lot of aesthetics for this, but I just kind of wanted to get the template, the shape laid out of it. So the idea is we got kind of each of these little open spaces for different corridors. Now we can combine like 2 of these for kind of like one corridor, and have different farms down them. So I did start a little bit on this side. Very simple dripstone farm. This is like kind of basically the opposite of a sugarcane farm. Instead of growing up, these guys grow down. There's water sources, or water above the dripstone blocks, and then it'll allow the actual pieces of, what are they called? Yeah, the pointed dripstone will grow down. The observer will see it grow down, send a signal to the piston pushes off, falls into the hoppers, and yeah, we've already got 12 here. Recently built this. It's a pretty slow farm because we only have 10 of them actually growing, but we could basically keep pushing this back. Maybe I'll do like 1 or 2 more I guess layers, if you want to call them, if you want to think of it like that. And then yeah, we'll clean this up a little, probably make it a little nicer. But I kind of liking the basalt on its side here with the polished basalt pillars. Still working on a bit of that design. Just, might switch out some of the blocks, or think of how to add more detail to it. But yeah, this is I don't expect this farm to produce crazy amounts, but the main reason I wanted to get this set up early now too, or recently, is I want a lot of the pointed dripstone so we can start getting a lot of lava, because I'm planning on using a lot of lava around the base, and I don't necessarily want to keep making trips back to the nether and getting, finding a lava lake and scooping up all the lava. So if we just kind of have a bunch of cauldrons getting filled up with lava from the dripstone, then we can, stay in our base, pick up buckets of it, and use it where we need to. Down here further is a villager breeder. So this is the same villager breeder. This is by Logical Geek Boy. Really good tutorial. Recommend go checking that out. Just pumps out the villagers, as you can see. Oh, and they're actually backed up. They're probably, don't know why they got stuck. Probably because there's just a lot of them. We'll have to fix that in a bit. But yeah, villager breeder here, and because we want a lot of villagers in our main area for trading with. But how I have it set up here, I just designed this. Might push this design back like a block or two so we kind of have some more walking space here. But this I think will be the zombie curing station. So if I, oops, oh, that's not what I want. If I turn that off, this guy should hit the villager. Maybe we have to break. Let's sneak around here. Oh, I hear him getting hit. And we'll probably, oh, I think he got track of me. We'll probably have to give him a sword so he changes a little quicker. Oh, there he went. Perfect. So I don't have any splash potions of weakness on me or a golden apple, so this guy is just going to have to hang out for now. Yeah, the idea is zombie is just going to sit there. We pump out the villagers to here, and then what we can do, I'll probably switch around some of these buttons. It's hard to see. We push this button, they go here. We're going to throw the splash potion of weakness and feed them a golden apple right here. They'll cure. They'll pick up the job here. Might switch out the workstation. I don't know which one's best to have here. But we'll probably have to cure them each like 2 or 3 times to get like all their trades down to 1 emerald. Or like the best trades. But essentially, if you know, we need to cure this guy 1 more time. We press this button. He goes back to the zombie. The zombie hits him again. Hit this button. He'll come back. We'll cure him. If he's done being cured, if he's at his lowest trades, hit the lever that switches the track. Push the button again, and then we send them off to wherever we need them. And yeah, I think I want to push this design back probably a couple more blocks. I think it's kind of just encroaching too much on our main walkways. And then actually just on the next side here, I started to dig out some space. I'm going to have 1 auto brewer here for the splash potion of weakness, because yeah, we're going to need a lot of them. We're going to have a lot of villagers up on our 2nd floor. And that is pretty much the start of my base here. So we'll actually, let's see. We can send that guy back here. Yeah, the only other thing I think I pretty much started for now was this was going to be the start of the iron farm. I have some beds set up. I wasn't following any specific tutorial for this, but I might have to, or I might have to push this whole design like back farther or further down, because whenever I moved villagers over here, they did not want to take these beds. They were still, I think, too close to these beds. They were running straight back and hopping in one of these 4 beds. So I think it was still too close. I measured, it was, I don't know how far they have to be away, but that's over 50 blocks from, like, just from here, I believe. It's over 50 blocks, so I thought 50 would be enough. I don't know if they might have to be like 100 blocks away, so we'll see where we can set up an iron farm, if it even makes sense to have it underground here. But that's one of the things like I wanted to have running, you know, pretty much 24/7 when we're in our base, because that, you know, never have too many iron blocks, it seems. But yeah, that pretty much does it for our base. We can get a little nighttime look here too of the lava. So started about a 1/4 of the lava here too. Oops. I tell you, it takes a lot of lava buckets to get this looking good. Added some magma blocks too, you know, obviously. Oh, I'm gonna fall in the lava. Woo, that was a close one. Yes, very dangerous place. So kind of have the lava flowing down these crevices that we created here, and then I'm gonna add some more like pockets of, man, this burning lasts a long time. Add some more kind of like pools of lava up there, and we're gonna add some creatures around the volcano too. That'll add a little more life to it. The flowing lava looks nice night. Oh yeah, we have the campfires as well. There are the magma blocks up there. So with that said, I think that's going to wrap up our episode today. I hope you all enjoyed the little initial tour of the base. I know I got a decent amount set up, but still a lot of progress to do. Definitely want to add a lot of little micro farms, do a lot of terraforming, turn this whole island into a nice lush jungle with the volcano base in the middle. So we will see you next episode, and hope you all have a good day. Bye-bye.